Pa, 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 pam. Ok. Sí, sí. Continuar. Vamos a sacar el Unified Chat. Ahí está, ¿no? Hola a todos. Hola a todos. Vamos a darle. Pícale. Ahí está. Ah, sí, ese es Regis, ¿verdad? Queen. Es mejor lo de Queen. Y pues tenemos esa entrada por ahí. Y mira, tenemos otra entrada por acá. Se ve un poquito menos peligrosa, ¿no? Ah, pero esta es la que está cerrada. Por supuesto. Ok, pues vámonos a echar por ahí. Pues ya lo tenemos grabado, ¿no? ¡Ay, hijo de su madre! ¡Ay, hijo de su madre! Hijo de su madre. Cochinada. Sí, mira. Kiki Morris. Hijo de su... Oh, malditos. Hijas de su madre. Cúrate, cúrate. Los Kiki Moras. Uy. Ay, estoy envenenado. Ok. A ver, vamos a... Se me sacaron de onda, a ver. ¿Cómo era? G... K... L... No. Es... Gosh, quién sabe. Inventario ya. Inventario. Vamos a tomarnos una miel de... ¿Dónde está? Miel, 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 miel. Miel blanca, ¿no? Aquí está. Consumir. Ahí está, ¿no? Listo. Ay, no manches. Digni. Adiós, monstruos. Adiós. Hijos de su madre. Damn it. Ok. Queen. Hijos de su madre. Hijos de su madre. Hija de... ¡Ay! Ah, es que te aumenta la toxicidad de esa cosa. Ay, no manches. Ay, ¿cómo se pone el menú? Se me olvidó. Con M. No, ese es el mapa. Ok, no pasa nada. Oh, no manches. Ahora sí me están haciendo sudar, Miel blanca. Ok. Vamos a consumir una vez el rayito. Y otra miel blanca. Uy, hijo de su madre. Cochinada. Hijo de... Toxicidad, no manches. Voy a valer cake si no... ¡Ay! Ya me dio. A ver, vamos a ponernos otra vez la miel blanca. Se me están acabando. Ya bailó. Sí, ¿no? Híjole, está perro ahí, ¿eh? Ájales. Ah, que la canción, estas cochinadas. Fucking Kiki Morris. A ver, vamos a... Si nos tomamos la T, ¿qué pasa? No, es que no podemos porque tenemos la toxicidad al máximo. A ver, vamos a usar el inventario. Ahora. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué onda? Vamos a usar una miel blanca y a ver si podemos usar... Pues comemos unos pescaditos y pues a ver si meditamos.
Decaying bones. Kikimores must have tunneled into the grave.
Vamos a salvar. Vamos a meditar. ¿Cómo se meditaba? Con espacio. Ok.
That's some stench.
Ok. Queen. Hijo de su... ¡Oh! Cochinada. Ah, no, es que... You ugly bastard. No, no manches, no manches. No, está perro. A ver, venga, 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 venga. Sí se puede, sí se puede, sí se puede. Aquí, ¿qué vamos a hacer? Pues nada más quemar estas cosas, ¿no?
That's some stench. Wonderful.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. Fuck you. Ahora, ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? ¡Muévete! ¡Ah! ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? ¡Ah! ¿Por qué me aparece esa cochinada? A ver, pues va. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? Ya no salió. Órale. Pues va. Al fin y al cabo, que ni quería. No me digas que Kimoras,
There's something here. Need to use the eye. Interesting.
A ver. Aquí descansa Sir Ramón de Guichón. En mi tumba no encontraréis ningún retrato del hombre que fui. Entregué mi corazón, mi alma y mi cuerpo al oficio caballeresco y deseo ser recordado como un caballero. El símbolo de la caballería es una espada desnuda, y este símbolo es el que descansa sobre mí. La espada que defendió mi honor, a mis amigos y a mi corazón. La espada que me fue más cercana que un hermano. La espada que nunca se marchó con la sangre de un hombre. Nunca se manchó con la sangre de un hombre inocente. Que descanse sobre esta piedra por toda la eternidad. Muy bien. Carta de Jennifer, mi querido amigo. Me han dicho que te has ido de excursión a Toussaint. Espero no te excedas demasiado durante el Festival del Vino. Los efectos de tal esfuerzo a tu edad podrían resultar de los más perjudiciales. Me he topado con cierta información que podría resultarte de interés. Mientras hojeaba la colección de libros de un colega, encontré una mención de un tal profesor Moreau de Beauclerc, que llevó a cabo una investigación acerca de las mutaciones de los brujos. Los detalles que he logrado reunir son algo vagos y la ubicación de su laboratorio sigue siendo un misterio, aunque su diario debería al menos ofrecernos alguna pista sobre ambas cuestiones. Se dice que fue enterrado en su tumba con él. Te adjunto el mapa que encontré dentro del libro, aunque es parcialmente ilegible. Confío en que te resulte útil de todos modos. Si te cansas de saborear a las doncellas, los vinos y las otras exquisiteces de Beauclerc, este asunto puede resultar una distracción fructífera. Investiga a tu antojo. Tu amiga Jennifer. Intenta superar las pruebas de las virtudes. Querido lector, los años pasan y los tiempos cambian, pero todo lo que es bueno y hermoso sigue necesitando un defensor. Ven a la isla del Lac Selavi y demuestra la rectitud de tu naturaleza durante las pruebas. Si las superas, recibirás una recompensa. Se precisa escolta armada. Queremos contratar a una persona o varios con el buen manejo de armas. Esto ya los leí. Ajá. Discusiones del cementerio. Ya que ningún miembro del comité residente cree que sea responsabilidad suya, lo escribiré yo mismo. Esto no puede seguir así. Ese barullo infernal que proviene del cementerio nos está volviendo locos y nadie hace nada al respecto. Sé que todos los oímos. Ajá, esto también lo leí.
Someone needs an escort. Not something I do often, but might be worth investigating. Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Dettlaff wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megascope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out, but Bruxa had taken an interest in it.
It's Dettlaff's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Dettlaff was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Dettlaff's hideout.
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here, guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I, in turn, gave it to Dettlaff. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
Can't you just summon Dettlaff? You're both higher vampires, there's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a last resort. Absolutely.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Dettlaff. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm unwilling to take. I beg you, let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
Kovinaris spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Dettlaff's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned, him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time, nonetheless, so perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Pues ¿por qué no?
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
Pues es compa, es
Everyone's
compa.
got some secret.
I agree wholeheartedly. I also believe it wise at times to share one's secrets, unburden oneself to those one can trust.
This your sophisticated way of asking me if I trust you?
I prefer almost always to ask indirectly. It seems a test of intelligence, one you just passed.
Maybe you should go first. Reveal one of your secrets. After all, you vampires lead very interesting lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
Curious what you did after you were reborn.
As I'm sure you can surmise, at first I was thoroughly absorbed with recovering. As it is, I've still not recovered completely. Yet I was so weak the first year that I could not stand or move on my own. Detlef bore my weakness bravely, showed great patience. If not for him, I wouldn't be here, and I'd have regenerated far slower. Once I could at last stand unassisted, I set off for Bruges, for my one-time home of Dillingen. There I led the peaceful life of a rural healer and surgeon, enjoying my neighbours' respect and, in fact, constituting the exact opposite of the monstrous vampire the populace imagines.
Bruges, you say? Rebirth make you sentimental?
Perhaps a dash. What of you? Where have you been? Ever find your Cirilla?
Oh, sí.
Back then, yeah. But we parted again soon after. And when the time was ripe, she came back. Defeated the Wild Hunt together.
Seems I certainly missed quite a bit while I was absent.
True enough. But it's a conversation we'll have another time. Need to know more about you now. Gotta ask you the big question. One everyone wonders about. What happens after death?
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well founded? Well, that I do not know. We vampires differ exceedingly from you humans. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist without form. We require neither a heart, nor a brain, nor air to breathe.
But were you dead?
As humans understand death, yes.
Feel anything? Understand anything?
It's rather hard to explain. I felt something very unsettling. Something I cannot even name, for I did no reasoning. Only after rebirth did I begin to understand that what I had felt was cold and unimaginable fear. If not for Detlef, I might have drowned in an eternity of icy terror.
Can't have been alive then. Sheesh, experience like that must be vicious.
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know. Yet you are aware we don't see death as you do. The way you cling to life, we find it entirely peculiar. You are mortals, ergo it's a foregone conclusion. You will die. It's but a question of time. Thus, I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard. To die at 20 years, 40, even 100, what's the difference? They're all but the blink of an eye.
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got 1,000,000 crowns to spend can't possibly understand one who's only got 20.
Very true. One's outlook can indeed change much.
¿Cómo llevas la abstinencia, mijo? ¿Ya te echaste unos humanos o qué?
Got a new life, a new body. That give you a new start, blank slate?
Starting all anew is a very broad concept. What exactly do you mean?
Your blood addiction, say. Wondering if your body's the same, if it still remembers. Maybe if you drank now, you wouldn't get hooked.
All addictions are a form of slavery. Re-addiction's not a risk I'm willing to take, just to test a hypothesis about corporeal regeneration and whether propensities carry over.
Fair enough. Curiosity, that's all. Sorry.
Not to worry, Geralt. Curiosity is a natural reaction under the circumstances, apart from which I've always valued that trait in you.
Always fascinated me the way vampires can regenerate. A hand growing back is one thing. A Detloff recreating you out of a wet smear? Something else entirely.
A difficult and laborious process, but one that's possible, as my presence proves. But I've heard you too had quite the adventure. They say you lost your memory.
For a bit. But Triss helped me get it back. Actually, pretty damn lucky I only had amnesia.
Yes, you humans are rather buggered in those terms. To strip you of life is, well, it's just plain easy. I've always pitied you in that regard. We vampires are much harder nuts to crack. If a member of another race kills one of us, we can be reborn with a living higher vampire's help. However, if one of our own strikes the deadly blow, death is permanent. There can be no rebirth. One of the chief reasons why vampires long ago swore never to fight one another.
All right, give you one question. What do you want to know?
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say, but I shall do my best to make it count. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a Witcher?
Pues se ve que no está muy contento con ser Witcher, ¿no? O sea, lo acepta como que con estoicismo, ¿no? Pero como que no, o sea, él hubiera preferido otro destino.
That's what interests you most? Whether I'd like to be a Witcher again?
Many things interest me, but we've not much time left. Please answer.
Never chose to be a Witcher. Fate chose for me. Had it been my choice, I'd have picked a different profession. A profession where I wouldn't have to risk my life every minute of every day. Maybe even one that'd earn me some respect.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege of the very few.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment. Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Far as I know, none. Now what you got for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the white survived entirely unmolested.
Know anything else about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something.
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt, I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct, and a curse, in one place. That a coincidence, or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the White's saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate, it's covered in spoons.
Spoons?
Spare me the skeptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder. Or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Let's do this. Start making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
So, see you later.
Yes, till later. I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
Will require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
Martina Lipinska, ingeniera y amante de los carlinos, resolvió los problemas técnicos más graves del ducado con la soltura de una bailarina. Qué chidos paisajes, la neta. Vamos a hacer experiencia porque andamos bien piedritas. Vamos a guardar. ¿Hay una pantera? Hijo de su madre. Hija de su madre. ¿Qué? ¡Ah! Me choca presionar otra. ¡Oh, maldita sea! F. ¡Hijo de su madre! ¡Ah! Lo bueno que grabé antes, ¿no? No grabé. Pues sí, me la echaba. Está bien para practicar. Uy, oh, no manches. Venga, venga. Ah, no ma. Oh, no manches. Venga. Por cada que pierda traguito. Venga, venga, venga. Eso es. Uy, hijo de su madre. Brote bien. R. Ahí está, chinga. Ay, no mames. Ay, perdón. Es que tenemos que hacer experiencia porque ya ves cómo me costó trabajo la Kikimora. Puta, unos lobos. No manches. Es que sí, es mucha habilidad, chivo. Bueno, o sea, nada más es cuestión de dominarlo y ya, o sea, esquivar, saber esquivar y ya, pero pues luego uno se desespera de nada más estar esquivando y no poder asestar el golpe de gracia.
Damn, you're ugly.
¡Ah! Hijo de su madre. Uy. Ah, no manches. Ah, ya casi me los echaba. Venga. Ah. Maldita sea. Ya está. Ay, no manches. Pero está bien hacer experiencia. Usted.
Ah,
You
Sir
smell
Witcher.
that? Those are the vapors of Tucson. Ah, welcome.
Son los viñedos, ¿no? ¿Es la vid esto? Vámonos a la taberna.
Witcher or not, you've still to bust your bum.
By the Prophet's wounds. A witcher.
Myself, I like Count Monier's idea.
Fool.
Eh? What's that?
Mind showing me your wares?
No. No, 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 no. Ahí tengo que ir a bajar la chela. Bueno, vamos a venderle cosas a este compa, ¿no? Ay, perdón. Bye.
Gwent, interested in a round or two?
Ahorita vengo.
Jewel-encrusted galligaskins. The latest range.
Listen. They'll just crack your skull.
vuelto. Vamos a darle. Mierda, la cambiamos. Y vamos a darle a... Skull cambiamos. Vamos a cambiar este. Regis. Sí lo hicieron muy diferente, ¿no? Ya como en el personaje. Papá, papá. Ay, ay, ay. Y va, pues va, pues va. Me rifo, no hay pex, no hay pex, me rifo. Matanga, dijo la changa. Pues muy bien. A ver qué tal, a ver qué tal. Dicen ja, tenemos prácticamente los mismos. Híjoles. It's not fucking good, man. Hijos. Y perro, se pone punky este, It's not good, man. está, ya no. Ahí está. Sale, bye.
You go your way, I'll go mine.
From the heavens. The workers have hung up their pickaxes and taken to grilling stick instead.
Es que te digo que este jueguito está así como para pasear, así.
Was that truly necessary? And our knights, what are they? Chopped liver?
¿Por dónde andamos? Ok. Vamos a ver el tablón.
Come on, Roach.
By the prophet's wounds. A witcher.
Well, it's hard on the nerves, eh? That's why you're so great.
Here, kitty, kitty.
What is it?
Wow. Meow.
Compro abejas, soy apicultor. Pero el año pasado una misteriosa plaga barrió todas las abejas de mis colmenas. Y yo no me rebajaría a robarle ninguna a nadie. Si alguien vende abejas, se las compraría con sumo gusto, Alois. La respuesta es no, de él. Se busca dama en apuros. Soy un caballero andante en prácticas. Se busca dama en apuros. Me gustaría hacerme un hombre con algún tipo de airosidad. Avísame si ves alguna dama en apuros, aunque preferiría alguna encerrada en una torre por un gigante. Y no tengo más de 20 primaveras, que es la edad que yo tengo. Ah, y que sea delgada como un junco. Hércules Máximo. Busco guía. Llevo 15 años estudiando la historia de la cultura élfica como erudito de la Academia Imperial. La temática de mi actual investigación versa sobre la influencia de la arquitectura de los antiguos elfos en las construcciones hechas por el hombre. Soy consciente de que la Guardia Ducal ha clasificado el bosque de Caroberta como extremadamente peligroso. Pero para un verdadero erudito, lo más importante es la búsqueda del conocimiento, por encima de la propia vida. Es por ello que busco un cazador local o un caballero que me dé guía y guardia. Solo ofertas serias. Inbox, ¿no? Ok. Se buscan jugadores de Wind. Como el conde Monia está cargado de Wind, me he decidido organizar un torneo. No seré tan generoso como él, porque ese pillastre sí que está forrado. Lo que sí puedo asegurar es que, a diferencia de Monier, jugaré al Wind de verdad, sin esa mierda de Skellige. Y aquí, ok. Hacienda Hortense de Sierra. El dueño de la hacienda Hortense ha sufrido graves heridas al recibir un ataque de unas horribles criaturas que parecían 100 pies gigantes. Ya que el peligro sigue latente, la hacienda Hortense cierra hasta el nuevo aviso. Nuestras más sinceras disculpas. Ok.
Hey, Edgar.
Welcome to my humble establishment. What land do you hail from?
Been on the road so long, don't know how to answer that. Let's just say I'm from the north.
Ah, is it true what they say about the war, death, destruction all about?
Exaggerated. Not by much, though.
Oh, forgive my asking about thy family in Edirne, see? So I'm curious. But please, do tell me what I can do for you.
Show me what you're selling.
A ver. Ah, el de mandrágora. Pues todo, vámonos. Este, el de cereza, ¿no? Mahakam. El licor de cereza también es el que utilizamos mucho. Los croissants. Ya con eso, gracias.
Mentioned you have a family in Edirn. Whereabout, if you don't mind my asking?
In Vengerberg?
Órale.
You've been there, perhaps?
Yeah, number of times. It's the hometown of my... of someone very dear to me. At any rate, pretty town, Vengerberg. Also didn't suffer too much during the invasion, from what I know.
Phew. That is a relief to hear. I'll wait
Pues
off
destruyeron
my
Vengerberg, ¿no? En los
shoulders, I
libros.
tell you.
You play much Gwent? Up for a quick match, maybe?
Inicia el partido. Eso. Como si tenía una de esas. Qué bueno que sí me esperé. Ripa Eilert. Sí. Hija. Venga, hemos ganado.
Yeah, drink, food. What's the now?
Hey, Edgar. Are the rumors true?
Have
Are
you
there
ever seen a
elfin ruins
blueberry?
somewhere in the woods?
I doubt it myself. But the wife, she went very well. Came back to say she saw
Eat, drink, and loosen your belt.
Myself,
We
I
are
like
interested.
Count Monier's idea.
Fool. Who needs a new faction? Gwent is an old.
¿Cómo se pone el cochino menú? Es meditación. Ah, bueno. Ah, tengo dos disponibles, mira. Ah, trance de combate. Cuando la habilidad llegue a cero, se consumirán puntos de adrenalina de inmediato para restablecerlo. La cantidad establecida depende del número de puntos de adrenalina empleados. Pues ya tengo todo al máximo, ¿no? Ah, 9 puntos adicionales necesarios. Ah, neta. Es mucho, ¿no? Give me a break. Vale. Pues esta no lo estoy usando mucho. Vamos a ponernos este a ver qué tal. Órale pues. Fuck you.
Some red is a man whose wives like to thump his head.
Think you can do
Fuck you, please.
That witch is rather handsome.
Ah. WTF.
If my lips don't stink of wine, my wife won't know they're mine.
¿Hasta dónde está esa? enteras. Insectoides, ahí están las kikimoras, obreras. Ay, pero ya no estuvo la... Nuestra mejor defensa contra las criaturas moteadas es la tranquilidad. Fragmento de un tratado sobre las criaturas moteadas. Por Roderick Gillian. Las criaturas moteadas son una subespecie de criaturas que los brujos han conseguido extinguir. Son más grandes que las criaturas inmotas de su especie y deben su nombre a las manchas y efusiones de su piel. Viven en cementerios, en ruinas y páramos salvajes, aunque a veces habitan las casas abandonadas de algún humano. Les encanta crear brebajes con sus propias emisiones. No se muestran muy agresivas si no se las molesta. No obstante, pueden ser muy peligrosas al sentirse amenazadas. Cuando baja la temperatura, suelen entrar en un estado de letargo. Se dice que los brujos encontraron un método infalible para superarlas, basado en el uso de señal Irden, o al menos eso dicen los brujos. Ok, señal Irden. Ignia, aceite para necrófagos. Aunque las criaturas no parecen particularmente amistas a nadie al que aproximarse a ellas hostilmente, no representan ningún serio peligro si se las deja en paz. Suelen estar más interesadas en los calderos, donde mezclan sus pontigües, que en luchar. Esa especie suele vivir en antiguos cementerios, aunque se han avistado en las inmediaciones de cementerios más modernos o en cualquier lugar donde haya muchas tumbas. Las criaturas pasan los meses de invierno en un estado de letargo muy parecido al ensueño de los humanos. Viven absolutamente en solitario. Poco a poco han oído que se hayan visto Poco se ha oído que se hayan visto en grupos. Aún así, cuando sienten invadido su territorio y con ello solo basta poner un pie en él, las criaturas se transforman en enemigos peligrosos y olvidan su condición de independientes para solicitar la ayuda de otros monstruos. Axia, mira. Los relictos, el cavernoso, el Shelmar. Ok. Salami. Ok, muy bien. Pues vamos a hacer alguna misión secundaria, ¿no? Sí, necesitábamos lanita, ¿verdad?
What can I do? Myself, I like Count Monier's idea.
Fool. Who needs a new fact?
Hello, cheers, howdy do. In need of anything?
Mind if I glance at your stock? See ya.
Say your brand. Still, you think you're going to stick with me?
Ay, yo creo que sí voy a abrir la otra chelita que tengo ahí. O sea, la agüita como que sí le falta ahí, ¿verdad? Ahí sí les falla en el agüita. Como que no se ve muy... No manches. ¿Cuánto llevamos transmitiendo? 1 hora 15.
Come on.
Uy. Esa es la aldeíta, ¿no? Ay, esos enredos.
Ugly bastard.
Uy, uy.
Gotta blow this up if I want to get rid of the Endrigas.
beaver booger me.
So fall in, let's be
No one gives a hoot about us poor
with
folk.
colors blazing.
Esta es toda la máxima gráficas que da. A ver. Opciones. Ajustes de pantalla. Gráficos. VSync. Resolución. Sin bordes. Pantalla completa. Alto, ultra, 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 ultra. Ultra. ¿Qué pasó con Gerald?
A bosom in the
Oh,
heads.
ooh
One
la
more
la.
on a wench.
In Beauclair can be quite dear. Death, though, that's always free.
Ah, qué chido. Ya que no puedo. Ya que uno no puede estar saliendo a los pueblitos. Aquí sí, mira. Ya llegamos, ya llegamos. Oh yeah. Ah, sí.
Ew, stinky.
Una meretriz. Es que ponerse a crear todo este universo, todo este mundo, es una obra faraónica, titánica. Esta es la agüita, mira. Es que te digo que se ve falsa porque, mira, ese azul no corresponde. Por ejemplo, ahí sí está bien, en esa parte de ahí, donde no se ve tan azul.
Out of Oxenford Academy with high honours, yet any broad-shouldered lump earns more around here.
Up to our necks in work, yet they have to drink themselves sick.
Los gatitos siempre le hacen el feo, pobrecito. Mira, tiene varios ríos varios arroyos. Que por aquí es propiedad privada.
Yes, like you drunk in the gutter again.
Do monsters have mamas and papas?
Greetings, sourpuss.
Wanna play blind man's bluff?
Ooh.
Vente, sardinilla, vámonos.
Hey there.
Bushel of crisps is more a burden than that steel.
White Wolf himself.
Come on now.
Llegamos, ¿no? Aquí está mi
family.
Mi casita.
Renovations coming along all right?
Wonderfully. The furnishings you last had me order have arrived.
Starting to really like this place. Maybe we should keep going, refurbish some more. What do you think, BB?
As you wish, sir. Shall we see to the house or the grounds this time?
Been thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such work at Admiral Rompelli's summer residence. The effects were simply breathtaking. Not only did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display the Admiral's armor and weapons, of which he was a passionate collector.
Oh, 5,000 bolas.
Need to think it over some.
I understand, of course. As the venerable Lady Eve Knibley would so quaintly put it, the rash oft contract rashes.
Know what? Changed my mind. Not in the mood to talk about redecoration today. But I wanted to ask you something else.
I shall be glad to answer your every question, sir.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
¿Cuánto nos falta? Tenemos 4,000, ¿no? $4,500. Ya casi. Por poquito. Por poquito.
Bushel of grapes is even a horse drops if you ride it at a constant gallop.
Madre selva.
The Duchess summoned him. Your eyes!
Ah.
Greed and lust, Trampana! Wisdom lies stripped of all that is noble. Witcher! Lords,
Witcher act always with reason.
Hammer and vanity band. Music to a smithy's ears. Ah, a professional. I like to trade with your kind. You actually appreciate quality workmanship.
Like you to craft something for me, would you?
Órale, está buena esa espada. Ah, ya las dos. Ahí está. Vámonos de teche.
So long.
Hammer and vanity band. Music to a smithy's ears.
Hey!
Keep your eyes peeled for the houses, Witcher.
The Duchess summoned him. Wonder what for?
No two ways about it.
They say the beast devoured spirit. Armor and all. Now the medics all fear it will come to them begging them.
Es que son tantos detalles que pues no puedes contemplarlo todos, pero es lo que le da pues la vida al juego. Están los molinos como en el Don Quijote. Ah.
How might I be of service, sir?
Starting to really like this place. Maybe we should keep going, refurbish some more. What do you think, BB?
As you wish, sir. Shall we see to the house or the grounds this time?
Been thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such work at Admiral Rompelli's summer residence. The effects were simply breathtaking. Not only did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display the Admiral's armor and weapons, of which he was a passionate collector.
Vale.
It's in your hands then. Make the place shine.
I shall get to work immediately. Within a day's passing, I shall have sent for the crew which rebuffed the Admiral's residence. They are the finest specialists around. Highly skilled at what they do, it shall not take them too long, I wager. 2 days after they begin, your eyes will behold your residence in its refurbished, rejuvenated, beautified state. Is there anything else you require, sir?
That's all, thank you.
That's all for now, BB. Thanks.
Even a horse drops if you ride it at a constant gallop. You smell that? Those are
Misiones.
The days pass. The pile of work remains. The days pass. The pile of work remains the same.
Flores silvestres.
Witcher, I have a matter of prime urgency and import. I must speak to you.
Slay it.
Your wound. Feeling better?
It's healing splendidly, though I am to avoid trouble for some time. To be frank, that is precisely why I wish to speak with you.
Want me to stand in for you? Take on some trouble on your behalf?
That could very well be the case. You see, there is a maiden, nay, a lady. I suspect someone's cast an ill spell upon her. A curse, perhaps.
Let me guess. She suddenly grew cold, haughty, and distant, though the night before she was flirtatious and alluring.
Tut-tut, Witcher. You jest, yet the matter is grave. Though true, the lady in question is dear to my heart. I shall not deny it. I fear she has fallen victim to ill magic, and knows no one she could turn to for help.
What makes you think she might be cursed?
You must keep all I say to yourself, I beg you. I would never dare to be so indiscreet normally, yet I'm troubled about her, for her. Vivienne shuns the company of others. Though the fairest maid at court, she keeps men at a distance. I thus determined I would resort to trickery.
Trickery? That even befitting of a knight?
In war, yes. And what is love if not battle? As it were, one evening I crouched in hiding outside her seamstress's home. As Vivienne emerged from it, I too emerged, ever so gently but convincingly collided with her, then promptly offered to escort her home. She consented. At first, all augured well. I proposed a more scenic route. She agreed. I made kindly forays into conversation, and she even began to respond as we neared the end of our route.
Then suddenly,
mid-speech, from her mouth there flew a most hideous shriek. I stopped stone cold in my tracks while she turned red, then promptly ran off. I did not give chase that time. I attempted to approach her on several ensuing occasions, to learn what had happened, for I feared she had become entangled in some trouble. I noted that often, come night, she ventures into the woods, where I've seen her walk about a glade near a pool. I've striven on occasion to follow her, but lost track each time. It seemed then she'd melted into the air.
Sound you heard. She might have just had a sore throat.
Had I thought it possible the sound was natural, I never would have taken up your precious time.
Notice any other strange behavior? Additional symptoms?
No, Vivienne's avoided me wholly since the first encounter. But folk gossip.
What about?
They say she's secretive, that no one ever sees her after dusk. That she's wont to suddenly disappear.
Nothing unusual about any of that. Tell me more about Vivienne. Who is she? What's her story?
She's Her Enlightened Highness's lady-in-waiting. Her mother was a lady-in-waiting, her father a knight. That is all I've learnt, for the Duchessa grows angry when asked about her. Vivienne spends her days within the palace walls. Yet we are in luck, for she has been named the tourney's patroness this year. Thus, each participant will be granted an audience with her.
Got a problem then. See, I'm not a participant.
I've devised a solution already. You shall take my place in the lists and thus gain the chance to speak to her. I was looking forward to winning the tourney, very much so. Yet for Vivienne, I am prepared to sacrifice anything.
This tourney, how's it work exactly?
It is the year's grandest and most important contest. Knights from all corners come to face off for the grand prize. And more importantly, for glory. A demanding test of knightly prowess in horsemanship, marksmanship and fencing. I qualified for the first time, had great hopes of winning. Yet...
Yeah, I get it. Anything for Vivienne. Hardly a regular job, this. Not often I gotta take part in a tourney to fulfill a contract. Fee can't be anything ordinary either.
I'm no magnet to command heaps of coin, but naturally I shall award you a just amount. How much do you demand?
Órale.
Agreed. That is an amount I can indeed muster.
Fine, I'll look into it. Gotta admit, piqued my curiosity.
I shall be forever in your debt. Now, we must ensure you are not eliminated from the tourney before you can meet Vivian.
Meaning?
Could you show me how you shoot, ride and fight, perchance? And you must learn the tourney rules, know how to apply them in practice. I did not mean to suggest I doubt your abilities. Everyone must train, even a witcher. Besides, the tourney contests must surely differ, require skills you don't usually apply, races above all. The choice is yours. Where shall we start?
Marksmanship. I feel I need to do some shooting.
Come with me. The marksmanship contest shall pit you against another for the best time and score. He who hits all his targets first wins.
Hope my aim's as good as that Cupid's who shot you.
Sometimes when you speak, I miss the meaning entirely.
Hit the red targets.
¿Cómo sale ese? Asignaciones de teclas. Saltar, fijar, ataque enemigo. Usar objeto de acceso rápido. Botoncito del ratón.
Wrong target. 1 point for your opponent. Once more.
Okay.
Gladly give it another try.
Once more.
Done enough shooting.
Where to now? If you wish to know my thoughts, were I you, I would train on the race course ahead of all else.
Let's do some riding. Roach will like that.
Excellent idea. Come with me. The tourney's race differs from others you might have taken part in. You shall not ride against any opponent.
How's it a race at all, then?
It's a race against time. The true track begins in the arena, runs round the tourney grounds, then finishes again in the arena. The training track, however, lies beyond the arena. We shall go there now.
I'm my own master with a bottle in front of me. It's no disaster.
The Duchess summoned him. I wonder what for.
Okay.
All is ready. Now listen, for it can be quite a challenge. Along your route stand dummies and targets. The dummies you may cut with your blade. The targets you must hit from your crossbow. The time you have to complete the course shall increase each time you land a strike, be it with blade or bolt. It may sound simple enough, yet I've seen many a knight fail this contest and hang his head in shame. During the race proper, judges throughout the course shall tally your points. For now you may ride unperturbed by those matters.
Okay.
Will you give it another go? I can set out more dummies.
Spy.
No harm in going again. Practice makes perfect, even for witchers.
Okay. Last time, no?
Whoa! So, have you had enough, or do you wish to ride again?
Had enough. Rather not wear my horse down before the real race.
Where to now?
Be nice to swing, do some footwork, work up a sweat.
Very well. We shall practice infantry combat, one-on-one. Each knight opts for his own method. Rainfarn, for instance, fights halberd in hand. Come with me. You will team with other knights to fight. The clash simulates a true skirmish during battle. Come the end, you shall fight a duel. It will determine your place on the podium. I always liked the duels the best, but now I can think only of my Vivian. In the end, it is good you will replace me. I sense I would simply be distracted this time.
Stocks and the whip await those running riot. Our duchy values peace.
Punishment for our sins! We have sinned goats greasy. Blood of his judgment.
Damned bed.
That hurts!
Stand at the center of the training ground. A knight will approach and challenge you.
By my troth, it is the Witcher who
For
saved
honor,
us from
sir,
the-
we shall cross swords if you'll allow it.
I've had just about enough of this toil. Go on! No remorse!
Do you wish to practice fighting a moment longer?
Spy.
Could probably use some more practice. Usually fight monsters, not knights.
Hey ho, hey ho!
I will stand and fight, but be warned, I do nothing halfway. Sleeping Lebioda's wounds. Attack! Attack!
What? Lost your nerve?
Do you wish to practice fighting a moment longer?
Think I've seen enough. Sorry to be blunt, but the simplest Witcher contract demands more skill than this kind of combat.
Now you must go to the inscription tent. Honor and glory are all true and good, but your scrolls must be in order.
Just unto the knight returned from his days at war, yet the lass for whom he'd find and yearn had married.
A smashing place we have.
Keep calm.
Lying by the bed.
That's no pros.
Ow! Wanna go fish in the channel?
Move. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
What a specimen. Scared the fright out of me. Kiss a dog's ass.
Notas del escriba del torneo. Torneo Internacional de Caballeros de Amadrinado por Lady Vivian de Tabriz. 1275. Participantes inscritos y cualificados para tomar parte en el concurso. Gregor de la Gorgona, vencedor del torneo del año pasado. No participará en la competición general, pero luchará contra el caballero que consiga más puntos. Todo indica que Gregor revalidará el título. Anseis, príncipe de Liria y Rivia, competirá por tercer año consecutivo con Akerspark, príncipe de Maech, de quien se rumorea que es de la sangre del emperador Emhyr. Está aquí en su cuarta participación. Barón Palmerín del Launfal, sexta vez en el torneo. Domnimir de Troy, caballero redaniano, primera participación en el torneo. Rainfall, ok.
Greetings. Want to join the lists?
Naturally, we must first see to formalities, however. At Guillaume's request, I have looked into your personal history in its heraldic aspects.
Really? What did you come up with?
My findings show you may take part as Geralt of Rivia.
What a surprise.
Or as the Honorable Ravix of Forhorn. It's not every year we have a combatant who can boast of 2 crests. Which do you prefer?
Kinda curious what you could have learned about Geralt of Rivia.
In the year 1267, a certain Geralt, a member of the Witches' Guild, was knighted by Queen Meve and dubbed Geralt of Rivia. This was in honor of his distinguished service at the Battle of the Bridge, said structure spanning the Yaruga. But I wager you know of which battle I speak.
Yeah. Those were the days. Kahir and I led a fistful of Nordlings against an entire Nilfgaardian battalion. Won that battle just because we absolutely had to cross the river. Ravix of Forhorn? How'd you manage to dig that up?
Here in Toussaint, we treat heraldry very seriously. One visit to the Ducal Archives. That is all I needed to acquire the necessary information. Ravix of Forhorn was the name under which you attended a feast honoring Princess Pavetta, daughter of Queen Calanthe of Sintra, on the occasion of her 15th birthday.
That's actually right.
Ya, como Geralt de Rivia.
I'm Geralt, not about to fight under a false name.
You may now take the shield bearing your crest.
I'm a Witcher. Shields aren't something Witchers ever use in combat.
Who mentioned using it in combat? Not I. The shield commemorates your participation in the tourney. You may take it as a souvenir.
In that case, thanks.
Have you been instructed as to the tourney's challenges, prizes, and vows? If not, I do hope you will allow me to tell you about them.
Guillaume told me a bit about the contests. Rather make sure I'm clear on them, though.
an admirable thirst for knowledge. There are contests 3. A shooting range, where you will compete side by side with an opponent. A horse race, during which you will seek to complete the course within a specified time. Any targets hit with bolts or dummies felt with blade will increase the time you have. Finally, the group melee in the arena, crowned with a duel against last year's champion. As each contest ends, its results will be posted on the board outside my tent. This way all will be apprised of who leads at any given moment.
Okay.
Convenient. Gonna come right out with it. I'm a sucker for prizes.
The winner of each contest shall receive a trophy. Whoever has the best result once all contests have played out shall face last year's champion in a final duel for glory and the title. Should you defeat the reigning champion, the grand prize will be yours. This year, a sword forged especially for this occasion by the one and only Cornelius of Isengard, a famed master weaponsmith. Her illustrious highness had it brought all the way from Nazaire.
You say something about vows?
As is our custom, knights make vows to which they hold for the duration of the tourney. Each swears on something which to him represents his most cherished virtue.
Feels like I know everything I'd ever want to know about chivalric tourneys.
Splendid. In that case, you must make your vow. Upon what would you like to swear it?
I swear on Her Grace's illustrious garter to respect the chivalric virtues in competing.
May the gods succor you in your endeavors to overcome. Sign here, please, then fill out these forms. That is all I need from you. Now, as arranged by Guillaume, you shall be fitted with appropriate armor for the tourney.
Shiny.
You have also been assigned a tent for the tourney's duration. It stands near the arena. Good luck.
It's not that bad.
Darn it! Watch where you step, fool. A witcher. That could only mean trouble.
Oh, poor. Right, Edrica clans. Ducks nipples. Get them while they're old. Spiral pixies.
That's what I like. Friend favor this.
Geralt, well, I'll be... Have you decided to turn knight-errant?
All jesting aside, here on the job. You in the tourney too?
Am I? Ha! I shall square off against Rainfan of Atre. I saw him just moments ago. A nervous wreck. Stuffing his nose with fish steak, no less. As if that would aid his determination.
Guessing that's against the rules.
But who's to tell the Nilfgaardian what to do? Listen, Geralt. I've a tip for you. The timing of your marksmanship duel is such that you shall have the sun in your eyes.
Makes no difference to me either way.
Nor will it give you any pleasure. Since, as it is, we must both wait, play me in a round of Gwent. Should you win, I shall swap with you. To me, a southerner, the sun is no hindrance.
Never turned down a round of Gwent.
Anyway. Desperdició su turno, el baboso. Qué baboso. ¿Por qué hice eso? ¿Por qué carajos hice eso? Ay, no manches, ahora tienes que ganar 2 veces. Chin. Sácatelas. No manches. Como que me estaba dejando ganar, ¿no? Ese güey. Sí, a Wilson. Bueno, que no.
I congratulate you. We shall swap as agreed. We've passed the time rather nicely. Lady Vivian should appear forthwith. I'm off to face my first challenge.
Good luck.
Fair knights, I salute you. The honor and duty of tourney patron have fallen to me this year. Fight honorably, so that I may bestow upon one of your number the tourney's grand prize. You have sworn your vows. You have readied body and soul. The time has come to test them.
Behold Horm Akispark of the Mechtian royal line. His name's quite the mouthful, a true challenge to rhyme. His targets to be hit centrally and true are the ones in blue. Against him new blood, a knight unknown till now. Sir Geralt of Rivia, give us a bow. The targets he must with his quarrels thread are red. May the better man win.
Venga, pues.
like a lover closely grasping but one fair teat, girls half strewn twixt joyous victory and bitter defeat.
Well, that was easy.
Sir Geralt of Rivia has trounced his foe, pounded him soundly, immersed him in woe.
Órale.
Your prize, sir. A crossbow adorned with your crest. I congratulate you.
Thank you, my lady.
Oh, yeah.
Would you tell me about the other prizes?
Alas, I cannot devote more time to you than to the other combatants. I have duties to attend to. Forgive me.
My medallion's vibrating strongly. Can only mean one thing. Magic.
The explanation is disappointing, I'm afraid. The fragrance I use, it's mixed by a sorceress.
To lose to an opponent such as you is a victory of its own. Accept my congratulations as well.
Thanks.
Ay, mira. Qué buen perdedor.
Good work! In the interim, I managed to determine which tent Lady Vivian occupies. Perhaps you could find a clue within it.
You're right. Vivian's cursed in some way. Sensed it when she opened the tourney.
In that case, we've no time to lose. Let us go.
Yeah, let's go now.
This is her tent. You must look inside. Search it. I shall hoot like an owl should someone approach.
Claw marks, that's clear.
Oh, fair.
Not sure what beast left them, just that it's big.
Eyes within thy locks. Thy lips are like a thread of scarlet. Thy two breasts are like
claw marks, that's clear. Not sure what beast left them, just that it's big. Jar of concealing ointment. Powerful magic at work here.
Es una vampira.
Clothing's all dark green and yellow. Seems Yen's not the only one with a fixed color scheme.
Gastos de emplean. 14 pedos de tela, 80 coronas, zapatos de piel de dragón, órale. 140 coronas, silla de carreras, 280 coronas, crema mágica, hoy 1400 coronas en total.
Oriole feather. Vivian keep a bird as a pet? No sign of it here, if so. Ruxay tend to be fond of birds.
Someone approaches, quickly!
You were supposed to hoot.
We shall speak later. We must return to the tourney now. It's time for the second contest.
Sirs, what seek you in my lady's tent? Inspiration? Be gone from here! Why were you in there?
Tourney
The
business.
flower of chivalry. Strapping lads.
Behold, gallant knights and ladies decorous, Gaze at the host assembled before us. Look upon chivalry's best and most storied. Come from far lands, here to seek glory. Hear now their names as I shout them aloud. Savor their titles, of their presence be proud. Halmarin, the Baron of Lonfall. Linus of Metina. Reinfarn of Atra. Horm Makaspark of Meikt. Donimir of Troy. Guy de Boisfren, in service to the Duchess. Delwyn of Craigiau. Count Tai of Gondal. Ansay of Lyria and Rivia a prince. Geralt of Rivia. For Gregoire of Montgorgon, let out a roaring cheer. The faint hour of silence, Tawny champion from last year. Today's winner of contests, his victory to secure, shall face Sir Gregoire in a challenge severe. Does ignorance demand a bard intercede? Does someone need telling how tourneys proceed?
Alguien por una especie de bardo interceda para que ningún...
Yes, I do, if you please.
Ere the sands from the glass retire.
Any chance you can say it normally?
None at all. Ere the sands from the glass retire, and hearty toil your steeds does tire. Neath all the gates you must guide your horse, and each of 5 targets strike with bolts. Each dummy felt adds more sand to the glass, and each true shot bolt repeats the task.
Yep, all clear now.
How dare you enter a tourney for nobly born knights? Your knighthood came through the grace of my mother Meath, Queen of Lyria and Rivia,
Meath.
whom you treacherously deserted mere days later. Your presence here is an offense to my honor.
And yours is an offense to my eyes. If you're done, step aside, Prince.
The tourney's protector, the mate Vivian. Her beauty entrances both beasts and men.
My heart's greetings, dear knights. May my grace guide you and show you the path of honor, valor, and glory. Accept my wishes of good fortune, sir, and devote all your strength to the tourney, and only it.
The time has come for you, Sir Knight. Mount your steed. Swift be your flight. Ladies and gentlemen of lineage illustrious, soon steeds shall swarm like ants most industrious. To beat time's passage they'll ride like the gale. What a sight to behold, what a lark, what a tale! Before us Geralt from Rithia come, fast as the wind, bright as the sun.
Venga.
And he's up! With a thunderous roar, hoofs pounds the ground. No legion of drummers could make such a sound.
Fíjate bien. Que yo te... Toma. Eso. ¿Dónde hay otro? ¿Dónde hay otro? Me confundo. Uy. Eso. izquierda, total. Aquí se unen los caminos. Toma. Camino largo. No pasa nada. Well, that was easy.
So close! Will he last? Endure and keep pace!
We made
There's
it.
such style, such grace, such speed. To watch was a pleasure, a treat indeed. To honor our entrance, praise each fair knight. We shall feast from eve till dawn's first light. The finest of wine and fruits shall be served. If you've blood in your veins, come collect what's deserved.
I congratulate you. Here, your prize. A saddle adorned with your crest.
Many thanks.
By the way, my mate saw a man with white hair sneak out of my tent. Did you know who it might have been?
No idea.
How juvenile.
Congratulations on your win. In stellar style, no less. Ah, I no longer regret I was not able to participate. Almost.
We must drink to this. Come with me to the feast. We shall await Vivian together.
Lead the way.
So, any thoughts on Vivian?
Her beauty's striking.
That is not what I ask.
Still too early to say anything I'd be willing to stand behind. Managed to figure one thing out. She uses powerful magic, masking illusions.
Do you mean to say she might in truth look different than she seems?
Only guessing right now. Found some clues. Got me wondering if your beloved Vivian's not a Bruxa.
A Bruxa? You mean a vampiress?
Not sure yet.
We've still some time before Vivian arrives. Let us drink.
Es una chelita, cómo no. Salud, salud, salud. Salud.
To Vivian, may you find the means to aid her.
To Vivian.
Ah, when I first laid eyes on her, I finally understood what all those poems and ballads were trying to say.
Love's not poetry alone. Sometimes it's prose. Sometimes it's just plain ugly.
You say that only because you do not know Vivian as I do. A life with her would be sweetness itself.
Actually, you don't know her all that well either.
Oh, ¿qué quieres, chinga?
Her presence at this tourney is an affront to my honor. I demand satisfaction.
Head to the nearest brothel, then.
Coward. Mounted combat in the main arena. I challenge you.
Got business to finish here. We'll duel another day.
You cannot refuse another man's challenge. It is dishonorable. You would be excluded from the tourney. Then what will become of Vivian?
Coward.
Fine. Main arena. See you there.
May the blood I will spill wash away the stain of your cowardice.
Let's get this over with. Quick.
3, 2, 1.
crisis. Calm down.
You don't want to die, bitch. Take that.
The gods have seen fit to punish you for your cowardice.
Okay.
Yada yada, you won, whatever. Now let me explain something. Had to abandon your mother's camp back then because someone else needed my help, badly. Couldn't refuse them. Didn't want to, in fact.
You mean to say you had a secret mission, set off to accomplish it, having vowed to tell no one of its nature, until you did?
Something like that, minus the vow. And, I'd still rather not divulge the nature of my secret mission. Can you accept that as justification?
In agreeing to duel, you proved yourself a true knight. Thus, I accept your word as that of a man of honor.
Glad to hear it. Now I got work to do.
Pero yo lo derroté, ¿no? Whatever.
My heart swells to behold this beautiful celebration of valor and honor, and to witness you, who embody the chivalric virtues in your lives, strive for greatness. Yet, after a time of combat must come a time of peace and respite. Thus, I invite all who fought in the tourney to this feast held in your, and none other's, honor. And should any among you crave solitude, private tents await you nearby. The group melee shall take place on the morrow. Glory shall be within grasp for each and every one of you. The best among you shall have the honor to face our reigning champion, the famed Gregoire de Gourgon, victor of last year's tourney. Celebrate, make merry, revel as you will, yet be mindful of the trial that awaits you tomorrow.
Follow her. We shall meet in your tent before your last contest. You must help her.
So, Witcher, are you the one that the Duchess summoned?
That grey dome scoundrel, ever-seeking Lady Vivian. Some kind of million.
Pues ya.
Strange. Was sure I'd find her here. Vanished. Melted into thin air. And that bird. She a Bruxa? Flew off. Worth going after. Looks like the bird's leading me somewhere.
I don't see it. That's it. Hijo de su... Ah. Hijo de su pinche. ¿Desde dónde? Chingueso. ASDF.
Flew off. Worth going after. Looks like the bird's leading me somewhere.
Starry Night. Ah, no manches. Venga, 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 venga. Ah, dos. No manches. No, pues está muy perro, Pa, 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 pa. ¿A dónde vas, mendiga? Perro, perro, perro.
Off over the hill. Might be quicker to pass through the cave.
Ow!
Morris. Uy. Oh. Fuck, man. Damn it. Damn it. Vamos. Hijos, están perros. Están perros, no manches. Pa, 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 pa. Ponte trucha. Buckler. La la la. No manches, qué pex. Pa 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 pa. manches. What the fuck, man. A ver. Pidos, voy por otras papitas. Pues va, vamos a continuar. Chaca, 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 chaca. Más chevecha para la cabeza. Pepinitos. Hijo de su... Ah, esta perra. Venga. Está chingado. Eso es todo. Where's that bird? Ándale.
Witcher.
Lady Vivian? Counted on me getting lost.
I did. I thought you no different from the knights. Good at tourneys, hopeless in the face of true danger. I was mistaken.
So you're not actually a Bruxa.
A what?
Suspicion I had that you might be a vampire. Certain details seemed to confirm it. Then I changed my mind. Anyway, unimportant. Here you come to this clearing often.
This is where it all began. And as I was not able to evade you, save myself from you, then I want it done here. In this very spot. With no witnesses.
Want what done?
While you are a witcher. You were hired to kill me, were you not? Then do so, now. And do it quickly, I beg you. I shan't resist.
Witchers only hunt monsters. And even then, not all. You're no monster.
Then what am I to your eyes?
Why should I guess when you could tell me yourself?
If you've no contract on my life, why take an interest at all? Did Guillaume put you up to it? Is that why?
He wanted to help you. Asked me to do him a favor. Frankly, if I can do something for you, I'll do it, willingly.
Why should I trust you?
'Cause the Duchess trusts me? 'Cause I'm a freak, too? 'Cause cases like yours are my bread and butter? Take your pick.
You shall not turn on me. Use what I say against me. You shall not tell anyone.
You got nothing to fear. Came here to help you, and I won't peep a word to anyone unless I decide it's absolutely necessary.
So be it. I shall tell you what my mama once told me. When she was with child, expecting me, she and my father spent much time together near the wood, here in this clearing. Mama loved to listen to the orioles sing. She would stroke her belly and say, my daughter should be as beautiful as that bird. Such is my wish. But a creature dwelt in the wood who envied my parents their happiness. One day it appeared before them to say the whole wood belonged to it, and they had dared to delight in something that was not theirs. It demanded payment, and when my parents said that they had nothing, it claimed their unborn daughter as its own.
Parents ever describe the creature?
They called it a nymph born of the deep woods, with no mother or father. But I was too young, too distraught by the curse's onset to ask after details.
What happened after that?
Nothing at first. I came into the world a perfectly normal child, and my parents forgot that day's events. But 15 summers into my life, the curse began to show. Initially only when the moon was full. But now it's advanced so that even in daytime I must use magic ointment to mask its symptoms, to look normal. Thus I thought someone had discovered my secret, then hired you to kill me. In fact, I was resigned to death in coming here. Perhaps death would be preferable to my complete and permanent transformation. For I fear that is what lies in store.
Ointment you use includes a potent magic ingredient. You don't have the immunity mages have. Use heavy doses, or normal doses too long, and it could be dangerous to you.
I sensed this. The very reason I knew I would have to give it up in the end, and bid my human form a final farewell.
The curse. It could be reversible. Once ran into a baron transformed into a cormorant, ostensibly for good. Managed to cure him completely.
And you truly think you could do something like this for me?
Can't guarantee a thing. Tough case, yours. You were cursed before birth. That alone complicates things. Also, you claim the curse is increasing its hold. Symptoms are progressing. Could try transferring the curse onto someone else.
What? Out of the question. I shall not allow it to ruin an innocent life. Is this the only method you know?
Only one that's completely safe.
So there is another.
Pretty quick to reject help. Why is that? The curse once transferred would probably have a weaker hold on the new host. Lots weaker.
I do not even wish to hear of it.
All right, there is another. Ancient ritual. We'd need an Oriole egg. Should release the curse's grip permanently. Gotta warn you though, could have serious consequences.
Consequences? What kind?
Curse was cast before you came into this world. Ritual involved transferring it to an as-yet unhatched chick. You'd be free. Thing is, you could be left with the average lifespan of an Oriole.
7 years. I understand. Alas, every rose has its thorn, and there are no happy endings. Yet truth be told, I never thought I would get one. I came here prepared to die, yet you wish to give me 7 years of life. Real life, free life. This is no dilemma. I agree. Wholeheartedly.
I see why. I understand. Don't have to decide just yet. Think it through.
I will. They must miss me at the Tawny Grounds by now. Shall we? Return.
Let's. But are you gonna...
Yes. I cannot appear there all in feathers. Pardon me for a moment.
You can change at will?
No. but I discovered the water of this pool helps. Its effects are brief, but I can always be sure of them.
Interesting.
Come.
Did you learn anything?
Yeah.
Then speak, man. Can you not see I'm out of my mind with worry? What ails her?
She asked me not to talk about it.
But I want only the best for her. Perhaps I shall be able to help, or, I don't know, console her at the least.
¿Te lo prometí?
Vivian gave me the details of her situation, but she did so in confidence. Promised I wouldn't tell anyone.
But I'm not just anyone. Why, I would do anything for her. I was the one to ask you to help her. You cannot shut me out now.
I'm sorry. Look, in time Vivian will come to understand what she owes you. I'm sure of it. But until then, you gotta understand the whole world doesn't revolve around you.
How dare you lecture me? This is not the aid I sought. And to think I gave up my spot in the tourney to you! I regret it now. Do you even intend to compete to the end? Or now that you've bound Vivian to your terms, you no longer see the need?
I don't back out of anything. I'll take part in the last skirmish. Besides, Vivian will be busy till the tourney's end.
Indeed. In that case, you must meet the other knights of your team. They await near the arena's entrance, by the training ground.
Got it. Thanks.
I know now the two teams' rosters. I shall be captain of ours. That means you shall do as I say for the duration of the fight. Is this clear? Palmer and Alonful will lead the opposing team. With this skirmish, we commemorate the Battle of Fox Hollow of 1218, when a Hans of Southern outlaws led by Halar the Brown attacked Tucson only to be driven off by brave knights, thus setting a precedent. Since that day, knights errant have guarded the duchy's borders. Palmerin drew the short straw, so his team shall play the barbarian Haller's men. Any questions?
None.
I doubt you will do us any good. You know nothing of knightly combat as a witcher. Try at least to stay out of our way.
It is time, gentlemen. Take your weapons and proceed to the arena.
A cheer for the knights, the ladies, the lords. For our next entertainment, the team shall cross swords. 2 rifle crews, 2 coteries shall fight full tilt till one drops to its knees. Who virtue ignores or lance blows unclean shall forever be branded as shameful, obscene. While the knights prepare, let me say I'm elated to behold such a crowd on edge, breath-baited. Whoever here wins the past champion shall face. All others must leave, heads bowed in disgrace. Let us begin! Crowd, raise a ruckus! Blood, sweat and tears shall soon follow in buckets. You chose poorly, Witcher! Good! No remorse! The world's never seen a fight quite so glorious. For showing such verve, each knight was victorious. Yet at tourney's end, but one champion may reign. Today it is Palmerin, all praise to his name. Like lions, like leopards, so fierce fought his host. To them give your cheers, love, esteem utmost. Halmarin de Longfall and Gregoire de Gorgon, two knights of high valor shall fight to be champion. Geralt of Rivia shall not stand in La Belle. Though hopes he raised high, of victory sought, he fell. To the tired remainder, we salute your endeavors. Return to your wives, your loves, your whomevers.
¿Perdí? ¿Perdí?
Greetings, my lady. Have you decided?
I have. I stand by all I have said. I wish to endanger no one and thus choose the method involving an egg. If it's to be the egg of an oriole, I know where to find one. There is a nest in my clearing. Might you explain the nature of the ritual? Its exact course?
Sure, but seems you're tense, grown ears. Show yourself, Guillaume. Can hear you breathing, and I know damn well it's you.
Why are you here, sir? This is a private audience. Geralt, what is the meaning of this? Is this some scheme you've hatched unbeknownst to me?
No, no scheming involved. Guillaume hired me, but this matter relates to you, not him. Didn't invite him here in any case. Actually surprised he showed up.
My lady, I live to serve you. Whatsoever you require, you need but beckon. I am yours to command.
Are you quite finished? Is that all you wish to say?
I suppose so.
So you shall do what I command, sir. Very well then. Listen carefully. Leave this tent, turn towards the duchy's northern marches, and run. Run until the Tawny grounds are no longer within sight. Return only once you've cooled off. Then leave me be forevermore. Understood?
My lady, but your troubles. I only wish the Witchers see.
Out now! You assured me I could trust you!
I kept your secret. Didn't tell him anything he didn't already know.
I understand he hired you, so you had to report to him. But this is not his affair, Geralt. This is my life.
Absolutely sure you did the right thing? Not too hasty rejecting his help? Can't conduct the ritual using your reflection without him. Needed someone who'd willingly assume the curse in your stead.
And you thought I would agree to this? No, Geralt! When we spoke in the meadow, you told me of a ritual which required no lusty knights to aid us. This is the method I wish to pursue.
Need to find an egg. Preferably an Oriole's. Ritual itself isn't complicated, but like I said before, there'll be a side effect. Still sure you want to go through with it?
Yes. I saw a nest in the clearing where we spoke. But before we go, tell me, what will become of the chick?
We'll have to break the egg. Like you said, not everyone gets a happy ending.
And for a dream to come true, there must be sacrifices. Very well. Let us go.
Perdí el torneo.
This is the place.
Oh no! A panther's got at the nest!
Stand back. I'll take care of this. Eggs fell on a moss patch. They're fine except for one. It's cracked.
Will it do?
Think so.
Now what must I do?
Just to be sure, gonna ask one last time. Positive you want to do this? If we succeed, the changes will be irreversible. You'll probably also only have 7 years left to live, at the most.
7 years free of the fear that someone might spy me at the wrong moment? Of the stigma of being a freak, a monster? 7 years of a life both true and unfettered. Yes, Geld. I'm certain I wish to do it.
All right. You need to concentrate now. Repeat after me. Muna Gandrau, Muna Finerat.
Muna Gandrau, Muna Finerat. Muna Gandrau, Muna Finerat. Muana Gandrau, Muana Finerat.
Órale.
Damn it.
Geralt, look! Look! Oh, gods! I shall be able to attend balls. I shall travel to Oxenfurt, to Novigrad even. Thank you, Witcher.
Ought to thank Guillaume. He's the one hired me. To help you.
Yes, I'm grateful to him as well, immensely. Will you tell him so for me?
Should tell him yourself, don't you think?
Perhaps I should, but I would prefer not to. Convey my gratitude to him in my stead. Please, be so kind.
Sure, I'll tell him. Farewell, Vivian.
Hola. ¿Cómo es que no puedo cruzar un puentecito? Jabalí. Su pinche mouse, a ver desde dónde.
Come on. Hey there.
¿Qué?
That's it, Roach.
To scrub the horseshoes, then drop the warhammer at the smiths. Listen at the tires.
Yeah, whatever. Pa, 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 pa.
Lapiota's wounds. I'd like to break
Pledge
my
my
neck
love
if I fall
to
asleep
win the
mountain.
tourney with your name on my lips.
Geralt, what of Vivian?
Managed to lift her curse.
Truly? So all will be well. Her troubles are done?
Asked me to give you a message. Said she's grateful. Thanks to you, she can live a normal life.
Good, good. But how does she fare?
Method she chose worked. Thing is, she might only live for a few years more. 7 or so, most likely. Though I could be wrong.
You had better be. You failed me, Witcher. I placed my trust in you and...
It was Vivian's decision. Wanted to do it her way. Can't blame me for that. Got this bard friend. Philosopher too, I guess. Amateur. He'd say, if you love somebody, set them free.
Do you know what, Geralt? You earned your reward, so take it. But keep your advice to yourself. Adieu.
Bueno, los negocios no siempre salen bien, ¿no?
Spittoon! Hospital! Evalus!
Picarito!
Sir?
Mira todas las... Ay, pero no puedo creer que haya perdido 2. Oh.
How the mighty fall.
Can you believe the Titans from the Horde? A cow drops from the sky in broad daylight. It's a miracle.
La embajada nilfgaardiana. Mira, no manches. Sí está bien amplio toda esta cosa. Está chida, está chida. So much to do.
You'll not find wood.
Pues va, aquí lo paramos. Nos vemos. Buenas noches. Bye.